Okay, so obviously I have to learn on being less wordy because my 15 minutes ran out. So let me finish the last little part and we'll probably have like a 3-minute video and then that'll get you started and you'll be ready to start the course. All right, so what I was saying when the video cuts off is that within each folder, when you pop it open, there may be a note that is giving you information about a module. So here on Module 5, before you do Module 5, you should read this note. And so this note is basically saying that when you're reading the data from the graph, the green line that represents the GDP is thick. And you have to look at the middle of the line, not the top edge or the bottom edge. So part of this was a question where they were asking for the maximum. And when you look for the maximum, don't go to where the top of the line is. Visualize where the middle of the line would be, and that would be the actual data point that you're going to be looking at. So that's some information. So that way that when you are doing the module, that you don't have to do it twice just to get the points for clicking and saying the right maximum. So, and when you go back and then you'll be like, okay, now I'm ready to do module 5. So you should always look for the modules that you need to read the comments on before you do those modules. It may be items where there are several glitches in this program, in the modules that the state has created, and they have yet to fix them. So my fix has been to simply put in notes when I know that there are glitches and issues and things like that. There will be several glitches throughout. Some common ones that we see are sometimes it grades as you're giving you feedback on the questions, and you'll answer 10 comprehension check questions, and you'll submit it to be graded, and it will pop up and say, oh, you missed number 5. The correct answer is C, and you put C. And you're like, wait a minute, why are you marking me wrong if I put the right answer? Well, that's actually, it's a glitch in the pop-up, not a glitch in the actual grading. Like then you can go check your points and you'll see that you weren't deducted any points. It internally graded you correct, but there's an error in the pop-up. Whatever the program that runs the pop-up, it has an error and it reports that you're wrong, but you're not wrong. So I'll put comments like that up so that you don't freak out when these things happen. There are several glitches. I would say the state needs to do some due diligence and go back and revisit and revamp some of these and work on some of the errors that are in them. But for now, we're working with what the state gave us, which is we need to complete these. Okay. And then as you'll see on each module, it gives you how many points you're expected to have earned after you do all the activities. So pay attention to that and make sure that your personal reports match the personal reports that are there. All right. One last thing before I set you on your way is, again, remember that if you are in economics only, you will only see this folder for economics. When you are in economics and personal finance, you will eventually see both the economics and the personal finance folders. You guys just don't see personal finance yet because I have not finished setting up that portion of the course, because of course it starts in July. So I will be working on that for the next 2 weeks, kind of trying to get that set up as well. And it will become available probably a little early. So those of you that are in personal finance only, I don't really care if you want to go ahead and start the course early and just run through the modules there. However, I will not be entering grades into PowerSchool until July 24th when the course starts. For those of you that are in economics, what will happen each day is that I will go to my score reports and I will pull up the modules that are due today. So like on the first day, modules 1 through 4 are due at 4 p.m. I will probably start entering grades in around 4:30 or so. There's a little bit of leeway, but there's not a lot of leeway because what I try to do is I want to be able to enjoy my day and enjoy the night and dinner with my husband and stuff. So I will spend between 4:30, 5:30, 4:30, and 6:30, I will be inputting your grades. And so if I input the grades and you have not done it yet, you will receive a 0 for that module. Once you do the module, if you do it late, at some point, and I'm not going to do it every day because I have to pull you up individually, I will recheck the modules and see if you've done them, or you might want to email me if you've done one that you have a 0 on and say, hey, I've redone this module. can you check it for me? And I'll go in and check. You will receive a 70% for completion because you will have done it late. And then you will receive the points that you've earned. The biggest thing is no zeros. If you have zeros, you need to fix them. They will impact your grade a lot. But if you fix them, it will impact you just a little. Do them on time would be the best thing because then you would always get that perfect score for 50% of your grade. The drop dead date for completing the modules, if you do them late, will be the day of the quarter test. So any modules, like if 1 through 41 are the modules for the first quarter test, during the test time, when I put that in, that's the last chance to get any late completion points in for those modules. I highly encourage you to try to keep up. I will be answering questions typically each morning when I get up and have my coffee. Sometime around 8, 9 o'clock, I will check my mail and see if there are any questions. Like you can see up here in this that there's a mail right up here for the student sample, probably from me since he's only in my class. And I will click on that. I will try to read through and kind of wade through all the questions that people have for me. Now remember that there are 106 people in the class, so I may have 20 emails, so it may be 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock before I wade through them all and answer and kind of get to you. But I will try to get to you within 48 hours that is there. And then, just kind of letting you know, I do not respond to emails after 5 p.m. I also do not respond to emails during the weekend. So if you're having a crisis in the middle of the weekend, I am taking my time off for the summer as well. But I will be responding during the class days, kind of starting at 8, and then I'll be entering grades each day around 4:30. So kind of let you know what's going on and how things are going to work. Those of you that are in personal finance, make sure you make a note to yourself, put it on your calendar when the class starts because you don't want to miss the class start date because the whoopsie I forgot doesn't work for giving you any credit other than you'd get late credit for modules. The only last thing I'll say is if you find out here in this first week that this is really way too much for you in terms of time commitment, you have too much going on with a part-time job, with a vacation, you realize that you're going to have trouble completing this course, the withdrawal date for each of the summer courses is on Friday of the first week. So you can you have up till the first Friday to say, yes, I've got this, I can keep up with the pace, or no, I really don't. And you can withdraw from the course for no penalty. And then what will happen is you would sign up for it either in the school year where you complete 1 module per day instead of 6 to 8, or sign up for it the next summer. So let me know if you're having any issues. And again, if you have any technology issues, make sure you test everything out before the school year ends and check with David Bortz, our technology coordinator, to kind of help you get your computers up and running. So hopefully everybody will have a great summer. We'll bang out these modules and get them done and kind of get our credit and have our high school diploma requirements taken care of. So just email me if you have any questions. I prefer for the class that you email me through It's Learning. So that way I don't have to keep checking multiple places. I'll just log in like you will, and I'll check my mail up here and see what people have emailed me. So good luck, have fun, and get started as soon as possible. First due date, June 19th for economics, July 24th for personal finance.